this on the screen before. Was the complexity of this and the uniqueness of the role, was that what drew you to it?
First, I want to excuse my English, which is maybe the worst English that you never heard and will never hear. I'm really sorry about that. I will try to answer in English, but maybe nobody could understand me.
She needs to be encouraged. She needs to have like some...
The thing, ce pourquoi j'ai choisi ce film, the thing, oh non, j'aimerais bien, I want to try it in English, but it's because it's her movie. I see her first movie, Philippine, and I remember it like shock. You know, at this time we buy DVD, and after, no, someone buy DVD now? 10 years before, yes. And I buy, after see the movie, I buy DVD and offer to all the people that I love most in my life. I felt a connection with her, with what she wants to tell. You understand me?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We have some friends in common, but a time Rebecca called me to say I have a proposition for you. I said, incredible. I go in a place, close the door, say okay. I call her back. Yes, Rebecca, and she told me yes. I think that all the French actors must be doivent participer, se mobiliser pour les élections européennes. C'est comment on dit? They have to mobilize for the European election. Say, oh yes, of course. That was not a movie. Okay. But I do the thing for the election, okay? And after we met and she gave me these things. When I read these things, the scenario was for me a huge emotion, sorry, a huge emotion, like something I have inside, but I never know that I have that inside. It was so intimate. And after on the set, it was like a connection. Rebecca go very fast in her head. Sometimes it's difficult to. But and one time we be together. On était ensemble, quoi. We were together. Yes, that's a good way to understand what she. Oh, I prefer to try, but
you have Eastern European accent when you speak English. Where does your Eastern European accent when you speak English? She's like a Serbian.
I hope these two make a million movies together. Any more questions? Yes, right here. Go ahead. Now you will have to interpret.
You say that, no, I will.
Well, thank you for giving me a chance to appreciate that. So, when we sat there before the movies, you said that you felt that there was a very personal part of the story that you didn't get a chance to tell. So, like Rachel, what was the hardest part for you while doing the movie?
Thank you very much, Awa. And I must say that, as I told you, like just before the screening, you have a job that I respect above all, because this is my father's job. My father does exactly what Awa does. He's an interpreter, and he plays in the film. He plays Rachel's father. So there's something. So it's the beginning of the answer of your question. There was something. It's my 5th film, and I did also a TV series. It's something that's someone you're ashamed of when you're very, very deeply and frontally in the story you tell. But though, and I can tell, like for instance, I'm a huge admirer, for instance, of Mia Hansen-Love, my fellow French filmmaker, because she knows how to depict a very personal story with a lot of pudeur. And I've been, she taught that in a way to me when I was reading and like seeing her films. It was a challenge for me. This is the answer. It was a challenge for me to feel entitled to do that. And also maybe because, and if we want to seek deeply, because maybe I felt it was minor. Maybe I was not deconstructed enough, even myself, to feel that those very feminine domestic subjects, supposedly, were not major subject, but not minor subject, but major one that could bring us together. It would be things like in a woman's and in a man's life that are very, very deeply important at a certain moment in our lives. It took me some time. Is it very interesting? Like, I don't know if you understand what I mean, but I moved to answer it.
It's very, very interesting.
Thank you.
And I don't mean to pry, but why do you feel that you could do it now?
Maybe because there's two reasons. Maybe because I felt that I could have the tools, even cinematically, to tell the story, to make it simple, to approach it with very simple tools, and to allow the actors to be in the first, aspect of the film. And maybe secondly, because the industry itself opened to some new narratives and opened it very warmly. My producer, when I came with the subject, said like, yes, let's do that. It's something super interesting. And then the people, the distributors said, this is so interesting, let's do it. They read it in the night. And bam, it was, this film has been a very nice journey. Financially, it's a small budget. It's not like it did not ask for a lot of money, but still, sometimes you encounter a lot of resistance. I did not encounter that. And then it went in competition in Venice, so I could tell that it was welcomed, it was desired somewhere. People were, it was time. It was time to understand that not only because our hearts need to identify more to the real stories that we're experiencing in the civil life, and I feel that cinema was a little bit late, but also because there's like an economic emergency to that. If we want to have our audiences coming back to theaters. In Europe, it's been, a huge debate because people were not coming there after COVID. And I feel that we have the responsibility to deconstruct stereotypes, to deconstruct narratives, to bring, characters that are just loyally looked at, loyally depicted. And it comes, in this case, it became a little bit, shy. I was a little bit shy because it was very personal. But also I took the risk to be very local, so to maybe, meet people in the heart.
Thank you. We have time for one last question right there, please. Yes. Yeah. She can't believe that you had some hesitance around doing this. She has never seen anything so accurate on screen.
That's why I said that therapy is going well now. It's better. Thank you.
I'm afraid that was, we've run out of time. I'm very sorry, yes I know, but it's true. Please join me in congratulating this amazing